Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We got some things to talk about today. We got some things to talk about today. Mm, 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 mm. Man, oh man. Please hit the like button, man. This is gonna be. I got a sermon to we gotta preach today, man. Let me today's episode, you know what I'm saying? I'm sipping some red wine, some lovely red today. I'm about to go through the comments real quick before we start because this yeah, we gotta talk. We gotta talk, y'all. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Let me hit them comments. Let me hit the comments. We gotta talk. Please hit the like button, man. Let's share this. Let's circulate this. I got a very special guest pulling up. We gotta talk. I got a special guest. I got a couple special guests pulling up. All right. Please hit the like button. It's about to go down today. It's one of those ones on this good Saturday. Welcome to Cigar Talk Live. If this is your first time here, thank you very much for tuning in. Let me drop my bomb real quick for y'all. Everybody that's in the building, please hit the like button for me. I don't ask for nothing. Just hit that like button though. Because this is one of those ones. This right now, this is one of those conversations that needs to be had right now in the sport of boxing. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. We got to talk, man. We got to talk, man. Gabe, what's up, Gabe? He dug Dev. Yeah, he sure did. Garby, what's up? We in Cigar Talk, War Room. Okay, that's showbiz community. Salute to y'all, to the War Room. Keyshawn career is over. Yo, what's good? Skrilla was good. He should have took the 3 M's. Stacks, what's popping, Stacks? What's good? Talk the real. Yeah, we going to get to it. I got some special guests pulling up. We going to get to it. 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 Hold up. Let me send this link out to my couple of guests. And I'm ready to get to it, man. Hold up. Let me send this link out. All right. I promise you, y'all gonna love this episode. This is I'm bringing up some special guests. We gotta talk. It's getting crazy right now in these streets, in these boxing streets. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Now, let me read. I'm sending it. Hold up. Let me send this link out too. Let me send this link, another link out. Let me make sure. All right. Thank you. Please hit the like button. We got to talk today. We got to talk today. Now, let me sip this before I say that. Now, we about to get to it. Scary Hours was popping. Special guest pulling up. Guarantee y'all gonna like this episode. Please stay around. We here chilling up until the fights. Today we got Lamont Roach and William Zepeda. Great fight. Lamont Roach and William Zepeda. Great fight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going for Lamont. I'm going for Mont. I like Lamont Roach. Real tough, real dog. But Zepeda got a good chance, y'all. Zepeda got a good chance to win tonight. That volume that he brings is not easy to deal with, especially for a guy like Mont, because Mont likes to fight mid-range to inside. Mont got a great inside game. But I feel like Zepeda, in order to neutralize Zepeda, you got to work outside. That's what Tevin was doing. Long jab, working outside. And Tevin's a southpaw, so let me switch. Tevin's working long jab outside, keeping the length, keeping the distance. Mont, to me, he either got to move his feet or keep some distance because Zepeda has a longer reach, I believe. He looks like the bigger guy. He's got a longer reach. This is about to be one of them fights. I'm also excited to see. Hold on, who y'all got? Who y'all got? Zepeda or Mont? Zepeda, Lamont Roach. I'm going for Lamont Roach, man. I hope Lamont pull it off, but this is a tough fight right here. It's a tough fight right here. All right. Let's get down to the business because I know why everyone's here. Y'all saying Roach? I got Gustavo. All right. Let me let y'all know. Gustavo! I spoke to my man, Gustavo Olivieri. I spoke to my mans this week. Gustavo! Y'all know that's my man, Gustavo, president of the WBO. We kicked it off, actually. We the ones in Cigar Talk community, we threw the bomb. We threw the nuclear bomb. We had Keyshawn pull up, and we had Bill Haney on, and they went at it. And then the next day, I had to talk to Gustavo, my boy, Gustavo. That's my man. So what happened? We all seen it. Let's just catch up. So before we can get into it, let's all catch up because there's a lot of layers that we got to peel back. Let me say this: one of the special guests tonight is not Gustavo. Gustavo will be here on Monday. You heard it here first. Cigar Talk exclusive. Pull up this Monday. My boy Gustavo is coming to give clarity to everything that just happened. My boy Gustavo is coming up here on Monday. Gustavo, that's my man. Shout out to Gustavo, WBO president. My boy Gustavo is coming through on Monday, and we're going to get a lot of questions answered because I got a lot of questions that we got to get to the WBO. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's Gustavo, man. That's my man. Gustavo. They said Najee's ace. Gustavo is like Lulu. Yeah, that ass. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We can talk about the other fights later. We got to get to this right now. We got to get to this right now. Please hit the like button, man. I promise you're going to love these special guests coming up. I promise you that. I promise you that. That's my word. You're going to like these special guests coming up. I promise you that. Now, y'all see the title of the live. And if you don't, let me put it up. Let me put it up. Let me put the title. Let me put the title so y'all can see where I'm going. Let me put the title of the video. The title, Keyshawn did bad. Keyshawn did bad. I'm very disappointed in Keyshawn Davis right now. I'm very disappointed in Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. We got to talk. Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's peel it back. Let's peel it back. Let's peel it back. Pause. Let's peel it back. Pause. Now, here they go. They said, why? Why? All right. Now, first things first, let's provide context and as we get into it. We'll peel back the layers. Let's provide the context. We had it done here on Cigar Talk Live. I had Bill Haney pull up. Keyshawn pulled up. They came through. They had the verbal squabble, and it was a good conversation. Now, in that conversation, a few things happened. Keyshawn told Bill in that conversation, Bill, I don't know why you want to talk and all of that. I already spoke to people, and I'm your mandatory. The first thing we gotta get together is that Keyshawn Davis and his team petitioned the WBO for him to become the mandatory. That's very important. Again, let me say that. Keyshawn Davis and his team petitioned to become the mandatory. That's very important. Now, with that being said, y'all remember the next day after the squabble, the verbal squabble, Keyshawn Davis, Bill Haney, they went at it. It was a great moment for the culture, great moment for the sport. The next day, I got my boy Gustavo. Gustavo came through to holler at us. And Gustavo told me, he gave us the exclusive, Cigar Talk. He gave Cigar Talk the exclusive. Gustavo said, yo, look, the fight isn't ordered yet, but it will be ordered. He told us, he said it'll be about 2 to 3 weeks. That was when we talked to him. He said 2 to 3 weeks, the fight will be ordered, and Keyshawn will be the mandatory. And I said, hold up, but how did Keyshawn get in the spot to be the mandatory? Because he was just fighting at 140. Now he gets to move up to 47 and do that? He said, absolutely. We discussed it as a team, the WBO. We talked about everything, and we decided that because of this guy's record, because of his skill set, because he was a champion, he is fit to be the number one guy as a result of the petition. So now, right? So now, I'm giving all the context because all this is important as to why I feel Keyshawn did bad. So Keyshawn, and some people disagreed with it. I thought it wasn't a bad ruling when you look at the top 10. But Gustavo told us that it is now a WBO ruling that Keyshawn was the number one spot as a result of the mandatory. He's the mandatory as a result of the petition. Cool. Now, even before that, as soon as Keyshawn was becoming the mandatory, he was popping that shit that I like. I like when fighters talk that talk and back it up. And up until this point, we've known Keyshawn Davis to do that. He talks that talk, and he's been backing it up. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I've come to expect from a fighter with his level of talent. I believe he has an elite level talent. So what I saw was Keyshawn, he must have been in LA or something, or I think he was in LA or maybe it was Vegas, but whatever it was, it looked like the house in Friday. Do y'all remember that video? Do y'all remember that video? Keyshawn was at the house in Friday and he pulled up to the house. He said, hey, y'all remember what happened to Deebo? He got hit by them bricks. That's what he said. Keyshawn went to the Friday house and made a video, and he was like, yo, y'all know what happened to Deebo? He got hit with them bricks. And I was like, oh, this about to go down. Oh, this about to go down. Key about to throw some bricks. So I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Now, what else did we see, y'all? What else did we see from Key? We saw Key tell Bill and Devin Haney, he went on live and said, after I knock your son out, I'm the new face of boxing. And I loved it and I respected it. Because you're supposed to believe in yourself. You're supposed to feel like that. And I think Keyshawn, as an athlete and his skill set, he got a right to feel like that. So I'm like, oh my God, this guy just said he about to knock out Devin Haney. He just said he got bricks in his hand. He coming to knock out Deebo. This is what Keyshawn was telling us as fans. Now, it got so nasty. Was that yesterday or Thursday, whatever, Friday, whatever day that was? I was so upset at Keyshawn because, now here's the thing. You talk like that about Deebo. You said you was coming. You was going to knock the bricks and this and that. You said that. You told us that as fans. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what you do. You told us that. But when it came time to sign that contract, this is what it really looked like right here.
I'm Deebo. Who? Deebo.
I just tuck mine in.
Deebo coming. Deebo coming. Tuck it in. Tuck that chain in. Nigga, tuck the chain in. Deebo coming. I'm going to tuck mine in. I really sat back and I couldn't believe it because I'm like, Keyshawn ain't tucking in his chain. What you mean? This Keyshawn Davis. He not tucking in his chain. What you mean? That Key. He told me he got bricks and he nice. Key's an elite fighter. But when it came time to sign that contract,
I'm Deebo. Who? Deebo.
I just tuck mine in.
I'ma just tuck mine in. I'ma just tuck my chain. Keyshawn tucked that chain. I ain't gonna lie, Keyshawn tucked that chain. He tucked the chain. I gotta keep it real. And I still like Keyshawn, but you gotta, I like and respect him, but we have to be honest about what's happening. You tucked that chain. Now, why did he tuck the chain? Let's break it down. Why? Let's break down the why. Let's break down the why. Why did he tuck in the chain? Do I think Keyshawn was scared of Devin Haney? No. Do I think Keyshawn is fearful of Devin Haney? No. However, I still consider it a duck. I don't think ducking just means that you're scared. These are boxers. They've been fighting their whole lives. Nobody's scared of nobody. People are scared of risks. People are scared of losing. No one's scared of nobody. I don't believe that. I don't believe he was scared. What I do believe is this. This guy, Keyshawn Davis, has called himself the businessman. I feel like you got to retire that name right now because what you just did, is that Ray? My boy Ray Jackson in the building. Ray, what's up, Ray? I ain't see Ray in a little minute on Twitter. He said Keyshawn ran from the smoke like I ran from a salad. My boy Ray. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I see people saying he's scared in the comments, and you listen, you can say that. I don't think he was scared. I'm going to break it down. Let's break it down further. But one thing I do know before I make this point, there's one guy that runs to all the smoke. His name is Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney doesn't duck no smoke. He don't. But now let me get back to my point. Keyshawn Davis, his name was the businessman. I think right now he should change it from the businessman. I know he's also been using Keyshawn Amazing Davis. He should stay with Amazing because right now, that was bad business. It was bad business. Now, it's been reported that Keyshawn Davis was offered $3 million in a fight purse from Top Rank. Right? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Key not gonna like this. No, he's not, and he shouldn't. But I have to be honest. I didn't like what he did either. I am a fan of Keyshawn Davis, and we have to be honest about what happened. And I'm gonna tell you why. Ain't seen Najee since 1954. Welcome back, King. AJ, salute, my brother. My bad, man. There's a lot going on, man. I got a couple jobs I'm juggling. A lot of money to get out here. I'm moving around, so I try to pop in when I can. I'm sorry about that, but we're here. Special guest is on the way. Let me finish my speech. Special guest is on the way. Promise you that. This is gonna be one of them ones. I promise you that. Stay around. Don't miss it. This is gonna be one of them ones. Special guest on the way. Cap, he just ducked Tank, his highest payday. Rising Sun, salutes. Thank you for the super chat. We're gonna get to that too. I'll make sure that we get to that too. We'll get to that point too. Now, let's get back to what I was saying, and then we'll address Rising Sun. We'll address that too. We want Bill Haney. Okay. All right. We all know Bill's coming on. Yeah, you know. We might got to call Bill up here. Devin Duck Tank, fam. He got offered from True Unit. Wait, True Unit? What? We're gonna get to that. Tank, we're gonna get to the Tank and Devin, but let me finish cooking. Did y'all see that Keyshawn Davis was offered a $3 million purse from Top Rank? Right? They say reportedly his largest purse thus far was $1 million. So you were offered triple the amount of money that you got as your largest payday, right? That's triple. Okay. Now, he ducked because of money, and Devin did the same with Sandor Martin. Same exact thing. It is not the same thing, Mills Lane, and I'll explain to you why. Let me finish the cooking, and I'm gonna answer every super chat, and the special guest is on the way. Now, they lowballed him. Now, let me answer. Now, let's address this point right here. Let's address this point, because I see some people saying that, and we're not going for that. They lowballed him. Now we gotta understand the framework of what's happening. We gotta understand the framework of what's happening as far as the business is concerned to say he lowballed him. I vehemently disagree with that. Now, again, I'm gonna just say they offered you $3 million. That was 3 times your highest payday. Right? Now, here's the other thing. Keyshawn said that he knew this was going to purse bid. Gustavo told us on live that a purse bid split is mandatory, 75% for the champion, 25% for the challenger. Gustavo told us this weeks in advance. He told us this. Weeks in advance. This is what he told us. So now my question to you is, let's do some simple math, y'all. Simple math. Follow me. Simple math. If you turn down $3 million, I don't know if that's facts. This is the report. I don't know if that's facts or not. This is just the report. If you turn down $3 million to go to purse bid, that would mean that you think somebody is coming to bid over $12 million, right? 25% of 12 million is 3 million. So in order for you as the challenger to make over 3 million, you would have to feel like there's going to be somebody that bids at least $12 million. Now, check this out. Let's think business, y'all. Y'all smart. Y'all smart. This community's not dumb. This cigar talk. Y'all not dumb. Y'all smart. Think about the business. Think about the business. Every single company that could have bid, what do they have in common? They were all on DAZN. Think about that. Let's talk logic. Let me break it down. Every company that could have possibly bid on this fight is on the DAZN network. PBC is now DAZN. Top Rank is now DAZN. Golden Boy has been DAZN. Salida Promotions is on DAZN. Matchroom is on DAZN. So now think about this. Think about it. Think about it. Use your brain. If every single person is on DAZN, DAZN is the parent company. We're the network. Everybody else is a promoter. You guys, as the promoters, we pay you to put on these fights. Now, why would DAZN allow all of these promoters to bid against each other when we have to fit the bill? Think about what I'm saying. There's no circumstance where DAZN, as the parent company, is going to let the promoters bid each other up for a bill that we ultimately have to pay for. That doesn't make sense. This is a business. So, if we offered you a $3 million deal as Top Rank, that means they got that approved by DAZN. They got the number approved by DAZN. So now I'm just thinking, because I'm like, all right, y'all remember, I asked Gustavo, I asked him, can Zuffa bid on the fight Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney? Can Zuffa put in a bid? He said, you can't put in a bid. Zuffa cannot put in a bid because they are not registered with the WBO. So now, the only people that can bid on this fight are on DAZN. Why would they bid over the amount that Top Rank just offered you? Why? Why would they do that? There's no incentive to do that. Hold on, I'm cooking right now. I don't think y'all hearing me right now, man. I don't think y'all hearing me right now. Man. Now, here's the thing. You took a chance. I think it was a bad chance, but you took a chance and it didn't pay off. The result of it not paying off is not back out the fight. The result is now I'm going to take less money, but I got to stand on what I said, and I got to stand on this ass whooping that I'm feeling like I'm about to give. That's what you got to do, and that's why I'm disappointed. Yeah, it is hot in here. Hold on. Let me turn my AC on there. Hold up. I'm cooking. Hold up. I had to turn the AC on in here, man. I'm out here cooking, man. Hold up. Now. Yeah, I'm sweating and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas sweating and shit. You feel me? All right. Now, what I'm saying is, if nobody else outside of DAZN can bid, there's no circumstance where Top Rank goes to give you an offer that another company is now going to come and go over that offer when DAZN is going to have to pay for that. Why would we pay over what we just agreed to from Top Rank? Why? I don't understand that decision. But even if, all right, cool. You took a chance, you gambled. You said, all right, you know what? I feel like I'm going to actually be able to make more in the purse bid. They're going to bid more than 12 million. All right, cool. That's what you thought. I don't know why you thought that, but that's what you thought. I'm just disappointed with Keyshawn, man. I think that was such a bad move. I think he's a great fighter. It was a very big missed opportunity, and I thought that was a very bad business move. And as a fan, I'm very disappointed. So now what I'm saying is this. You took a chance, you gambled, it didn't pay off. In the event that a gamble happens and it don't pay off, you don't back out of what you said. You don't back out off of what you stood on. You can't back out now. It's now on you to take the short. You got to take the L because you bet on yourself. It didn't go your way, but I'm going to still take this fight, and I'm going to take it at lesser money because I know I could beat this guy, and then when I beat him, I'll get all the bags that I'm deserved. You don't sit back and not do the actual fight because you don't feel like that's where the money is. That's what they're saying. We don't know. No one's heard that from Keyshawn, so I can't speak to it. I'm just going off of what the reports are. But I'll tell you this. As a fan, you owe your fans an apology. You owe your fans an apology. The fans that stood up, the fans that told all the Haney fans that you was going to do this and you was going to do that, and they believed in you and they supported you, for you to back out like that, you made your fan base look bad. You owe your fans an apology. You owe your fans an apology. You know who else you owe an apology? I feel like, to be honest, I feel like you owe Shakur an apology too. I'm going to keep it real. I feel like you owe Shakur an apology too. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? What we saw from Shakur in the middle of this, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff and this and that and this and that. They both wanted to fight. Naturally. That's a big fight for either of them. That's a big fight. Naturally. That's a big fight. We saw Shakur say, I don't want to step on my guy's toes. If he want to get the fight, he could go, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if he could go get the fight. That's what he said on Twitter. So my thing is if he had a chance to go get the fight, but he like, you know what? Hey, you go get the fight. That's my brother, go get the fight. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And then you back out and don't take the fight. Now both of y'all probably missed out on this opportunity. And that's a sad thing, man. That's a sad thing to see. And I think Keyshawn, you are such an elite talent. You have the ability to go very far in the sport. But you got to make the moves and respect your fans to do that. And I feel like this move right here, it didn't show respect to your fans, respect to you as the elite fighter that you are. And respect to your brother who also laid out the carpet for you to get the fight. So this is that I didn't appreciate that as a fan. I do wish you the best in your career, but you took a hit this week. That hurt your career this week. I do think you can rebound, but it's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time. So listen, man, I think that was a big L that Keyshawn just took. I'm very disappointed. But again, I'm not speaking on and I'm not disrespecting him as a man. I am speaking on and critiquing the decision that you decided to make. And I think it was a very bad decision. I don't think it was good business. I think it was bad business. I think it was a bad decision. And to be honest, that was a duck. Ducking doesn't just mean, yo, I'm scared of this guy. Do I think you're scared? No, I don't. I don't think you're scared. I personally don't. But that is a duck. It is. You called for it. You petitioned for it. You made noise for it. You got the opportunity. And then you said, I'm going to fall back. Regardless of the reasons, that is a duck. It's a duck. It's a duck. So listen, man, I hope Keyshawn Davis can get it together, get what he's looking to get out this sport, get everything that he wants. I wish that young brother the best. I absolutely do wish him the best. But that was a move that rubbed me the wrong way, brother. I think you have the opportunity to be great. That was it. Opportunities to be great don't come along often. They don't. Opportunities to be great, they don't just come along all the time. They don't. When they come and they present themselves, that's your job and your opportunity to take that fight, brother. I'm saying this out of love and respect. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm saying this out of love and respect. That was your chance to level up and you let it go. You can't take it for granted that you're just going to have another chance. This is a sport of boxing. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. I'm telling you as a brother, and I'm showing you love. You might not like what I'm saying. You might not respect it. But when you sit back and analyze what I'm saying, I'm telling you as a brother that those moments and those opportunities, you cannot let that pass because it's not a guarantee it's going to happen again. It's not. And all the scrutiny that's going to come behind this, you got to hold that. You got to hold that. I hear you. I feel you. If you felt you was paid wrong, cool. That's what the market said you're worth right now. You got to take that and show them why they wrong. That's your job. I'm worth more than 3. You know what? I'm going to take the 3. I'm going to beat them up. And then now tell them 10. And I respect you, brother. I respect you. And I hope you can get it together. But that was a bad decision. And I'm saying this as a fan of your work. I'm saying this as a fan of your work. All right. All right, let me get to the super chat real quick, and then I'm gonna call my special guest. I'm gonna call the special guest. Nah, I'm just talking too much. This is my show. What do you mean I'm talking too much? The exit button is right there, bro. If you don't want to hear it, you can leave. This is my show. Now let me get to these super chats real quick. And I'm calling a special guest. How many opportunities can he get smoking weed, drinking, missing weight 2 times, and having backstage brawls? This was his time to right the wrongs. I'm not mad at that take. I do, he's definitely had a couple of setbacks. This was another one. I'm not mad at that take. He's had a couple of setbacks. This was another one. Definitely disappointed in Keyshawn because he's definitely a duck. Not taking the $3 million and thinking he was going to get more money. That's just the actual factuals. Yeah, that's a fact. That's ducking, bro. Ducking don't mean like, oh, you're scared. Nah. You went for it. You called them out. You got the opportunity. Opportunity to present itself. You ain't take it. That's a duck. Do I think he's scared of Devin? No. But that's a duck. It's a duck. Cook, salute, man. Salute, Marcus. Thank you, bro, for the super chats. He was getting paid $3 million for a mandatory fight. Yeah, that happened because they didn't want it to go to purse bid. Before it goes to purse bid, you have the opportunity to make a deal. And if you notice, Remember, the deal was originally supposed to be done on a Tuesday, or was it Monday or Tuesday? They did a 3-day extension. So I'm like, damn, maybe they're going to make a deal because they did an extension. They said that Keyshawn Davis's attorney sent in a notice for an extension. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe there's some negotiating taking place and we'll get to a deal. That did not happen. Call Keyshawn. This is Cigar Talk. We don't care about feelings. I'm pretty sure he's not going to answer if I call him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. He ducked because of money, and Devin did the same with Sando Martin. Exact same thing. It's not the exact same thing. It's not. Devin could have fought Sando Martin, moved up to fight another challenge. Moved up from 140, where he was already big, pause, fought another challenge. Oh, yeah, it was at 30. Yeah, that was 40, I think. Or was that 35? Devin Duck Tank, fam. He got offered from Brunette. This is what I was talking to somebody on Twitter. They're like, yo, but what about the Tank offer? Tank offered him 30%. 30% of what? 30% of what? What is it of? None of us know that. Are you saying 30% like it's a revenue split? We're just going to split the total pot? We don't know that. Is it 30% of gross revenue? Is it 30% of net revenue? Right? In order to talk about a percentage, when people keep saying, yo, it's 30%, 30%. Man, you know what? No, you don't know what. Why you keep saying that? I don't know if you ever did a contract before, but when you're talking about a revenue split, you have to talk about of what? Is it 30% of gross or is it 30% of net? That's two different numbers. 30% of gross and 30% of net are two completely different numbers. Also, if it's 30% of net, who controls the marketing spends? How much is being spent in marketing dollars? So let's put it like this. So you guys can get it, because clearly you don't get it. I do deals for a living. Clearly you don't get it. If you have a $10 million overhead, right? Let's say, not even overhead. Let's say it's a $10 million pot. We're breaking down $10 million. So if you're going to say 30% of $10 million, that's $3 million, right? We're using $10 million as a bench number. If you say, all right, cool, you get 30% of the net of the pot. Now you have to exclude the expense to buy the venue. You have to exclude the expense of the marketing, the expense of paying out other fighters. So let's just say you, out of that 10 million, if 5 million of that is used for expenses and you get 30% of 5 million, you're down to $1.5 million. Or excuse me, $1.75 million. So you don't know what it is to say, yo, 30%. You don't know. You have to know the details to understand what a revenue split looks like. You can't just, that's not how it works when you do a revenue split, brother. That's not how it works. No, Bill don't got nothing. We got to keep it real. Facts are facts. I just speak the facts. It's not about that. 70-30 pay-per-view. Again, you just missed what I said. You're not listening. Is it a revenue? It's a revenue split. Is that of gross? Is that of net? Who controls the marketing? There's so much to it. You don't understand it. All right. Let me hold on. Let me call my special guest, man. It's time. We did some cooking. Man. Respect to Keyshawn Davis, man. I hope he gets it together, man. I really do. All right, let me mute up real quick. I'm gonna call my special guest. I'm gonna mute up. Hold up. Let me see. All right, first special guest is on the way. First special guest is on the way. Let me call my other guest. Hold on. Let me call the other guest. Hold on. Hold on. We about to get to the cooking. Hold on. Call my other guest. All right, second special guest didn't pull up yet. Didn't answer. First special guest is pulling up in about 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Y'all gonna like this one. Y'all gonna like this one. Promise you, y'all gonna like this one. I promise you, y'all gonna like this one. Najee, your hate got a stain. Hate on who? Bro, I don't know why y'all think hate. Like, I have a good life, bro. I don't hate on anybody. Like, I'm happy. Like, I don't have to hate on nobody, bro. I'm happy. Like, what you mean? Like, what? Like, hate. Y'all be like, oh, you're hating. What? Why would I have to hate on anybody? I'm just telling you like it is. Key on the streets after this one. Yo, y'all gonna like this special guest. He about to pull up right now. I just spoke to him. He about to pull up. He about to pull up right now. We about to get it on right before this fight. Lamar Roach, Williams Zepeda. But Bill offered Core 25%. 25% of a what? They say he's a duck. That's a good point. I've always maintained, I thought that the 25% for that and that offer was a bad deal. Always looking for Bill, but you call him a liar. What? When do I call Bill a liar? I was wondering how Shakur wants to fight Roach when people forget shot can press that mandatory. Can he do that though? I don't know if the WBC works like that. I got to double check the rules with the WBC. Can he go straight from 35 to 40? I don't know. Devin Duck Tank. Charlo. Keyshawn can fight the winner of Rolly and Tio if the winner takes the fight. Who is Haney going to fight? He's already running from Ryan. Nah, Haney running from Ryan is crazy. To be honest, they already had the fight signed, sealed, and delivered, and Ryan lost. Ryan lost the fight. That was in Times Square. How could he be ducking if the fight was already signed? Naj's special guest is the Scarecrow. He about to tell us how Keyshawn reminds him of himself. No heart. Damn. Damn. I don't want to say that Keyshawn don't got no heart, man. I just think he's bad. He made bad business moves. That's what I think. I don't think he's scared. I think he made bad business moves. Scared, nah. But he made some bad business moves. That's what I think. I don't think he's scared. It'll make sense to me that it's the net balance that they split. Whatever the number is, they break down the event cost. Thank you. Somebody with a brain. The High Talk Sports Podcast. Salute to you, brother. Exactly. But now the question is, who controls the event costs? When people always say revenue split, yo, 25%. I could tell when you've never done a business deal where you split revenue because you just think 25%, you split it. That's not, it doesn't work like that. And I could tell who's never done business in that way. But as somebody that deals with revenue splits on a daily basis, I'm telling you that the intricate details of how expenditures are spent, how you spend your overhead matters to the bottom line. Who controls the expenses? If you have a $10 million pot and they spend $9 million in expenses, and then now you get 25% of $1 million, Come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Nas, we should take an open scoring. Yo, special guest is on the way. Just got the text. Yo, stay with me. Special guest on the way. We about to get this cracking. Hit the like button, man. It's about to get cracking. It's about to get cracking, y'all. Now, open scoring. I like it in theory. I thought it was like a good idea, better idea in theory. I was at the fight with Shushu. Was that the Barclays? I forget what that. Oh no, that was at Abdullah's fight. Abdullah Mason in Cleveland. I was at that fight. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was at the fight with Shushu and Abdullah Mason's fight. And yeah, it didn't play out good. I didn't like how it went. It wasn't a good experience. I don't like it. They announced it right in the middle of the fight. They were like, yo, the score is like while they're fighting, and it was awkward and weird. And like it took something away from the actual fight, bro. I'm not down with open scoring. All right, let me see. Special. Do you think Devin will take the Shakur 144? No. Honestly, I don't. I hope that he does. I think that's one of the best fights in boxing. I really want to see that fight. So I hope that fight happens. But I'm not confident. How you not calling Shakur a duck? He turned down 25%, and he's saying he will fight Conor Ben at 147 and 154, but not Devin. How the fuck is that? One, the 25% you're alluding to is not for a mandatory position. It's two completely different situations. One is for a mandatory. That's a mandatory because you couldn't get a deal done. So now you go into the mandatory split for whatever organization you're in. That's not what Shakur and Devin were in. So now they're making the fight based on where they're at in their careers. At that time and where they at in their careers, 25% was a lowball offer, in my opinion. They disciples of Crawford, but not moving like him. I ain't mad at that take. Najee, you should honestly make a post or live stream dedicated to teaching uneducated boxing fans so we as a community can understand it better. Yeah, you know what? Because here's the thing, bro. I be privy to a lot of business. I don't be just because I'm not like my lane in boxing. I give opinions and I do interviews and now I commentate. But I'm not the guy that like I'm breaking exclusive news. That's not my lane. That's not what I want to do. So I say that to say is I know a lot of shit that's going on, but I just keep it to myself most of the time because I'm like, that's not my lane. That's not my lane. Bill Haney offered that knowing no one else was going to offer anything close due to Key's bad history. No one trusts Key enough to throw huge money. J Pitt City, salute for the super chat. That's incorrect. Bill Haney did not make that offer. Top Rank made that offer. Top Rank are the ones that made the $3 million offer to avoid it going to purse bid. Bill Haney did not make that offer, so that's incorrect. All right, wait, hold on one second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, special guest is coming. That was one of my special guests. I'm waiting for the other one. I'm waiting for the other guest. That was one of them. He about to log on right now. I just sent him the link. Yeah. So that wasn't, you can't, that's not Bill Haney, brother. That's not Bill Haney, brother. Oh, salute Jermaine for that super chat, though. Thank you, Jermaine. I appreciate it. And I do want to do more to talk about the boxing business so that you guys can understand it a little more. You know what I mean? But again, it's no. J Pitt City, salute to you. Thank you for the super chat. Again, that's a top rank offer. That wasn't a Bill Haney offer. They did that so they could control the mandatory spot. They wanted to make sure they got a deal before it went to purse bid. Bill Haney didn't make that offer. And think about it. Why would Bill Haney and Team Haney make an offer if they already know, and Gustavo told us, that the percentage is 75-25? Gustavo told us that. So what would I need to offer for if I'm going to get the larger split mandated by the belt? The belt is going to allow me to get the larger split. Why would I? What am I making an offer to give him more money if the belt is going to give us this? You wouldn't do that. If you're the manager, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. Pyro for unification next makes the most sense right now. Matt Borges is salute. Yeah, I guess, but I don't want to see that fight, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to see that fight. That's Africa leftovers. Africa showed us already what it is. We all know the outcome of that fight. I get it's for a belt, but I don't really want to see that right now. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to see that. Liam Paro, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that fight at all. At all. Salute for the super chat. White Mike beats. Salute, White Mike. Honestly, Keyshawn is not worth $5 million. His own promoter doesn't think so. Either he got offered more money than he's ever made. He has missed weight. Wait. So he got offered more money than he's ever made. He has missed weight, came up dirty, and is undisciplined in the ring. This is absolutely disgusting. White Mike, salute. I don't want to say dirty because I don't feel like dirty has a connotation of steroids. Drug or something that makes you better. So I don't want to say dirty. But yes, he did test positive for marijuana. And yeah, he's had a few different incidents that have happened and have occurred. He's had a few different incidents that have occurred. So yeah, man. I don't know why he didn't take that fight, bro. We got to hear from Keyshawn directly, but it looks like it's because of money. But it's like, yo, what? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to take that. You got to take that, man. Deebo coming.
I'm Deebo. Who? Deebo.
I just took mine in.
Nasty work. Nasty work, man. That's nasty work, man. Now I want to say this. In order for Keyshawn Davis to get his career back on track, man, he has to avoid these type of incidents, bro. He got to avoid these type of incidents, bro. You got to just get on a streak of good fights, no incidents, bro. He's such a good fighter, man. To go out as a duck?
Quack, 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 quack.
Nasty. Nasty work, bro. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work, bro. I gotta be honest. That's nasty work, man. What's next? Albright trilogy for 500K. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. I don't know who he fights next right now, man. I don't know who he fights next. I don't know. Like, where do you go from here? Let me look at the rankings real quick. Oh, special guest. Yo, the special guest is on the way, y'all. I promise you. He literally about to pull up right now. Special guest about to pull up right now. I promise you. Hold on. Let me look at the rankings real quick. Let me look at the rankings real quick because I got to see, like, who could Keyshawn. So now, all right, hold up. But he just literally texted me. He pulling up right now. What I want to know is this. And we got to get my boy, Gustavo. Gustavo's pulling up Monday. Guess been pulling up for the last 30 minutes. I know, bro. My bad. What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do, bro? They pulling up. I'm telling you. Guess pulling up. Guess pulling up. I promise you. I promise you. Guess pulling up, bro. But here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. Damn, you made me forget what I was going to say, Secret Dance Move. Damn, I had a good thing to say, man. You made me forget what the fuck I was going to say. Secret Dance Move? Talk about guests been pulling up for the last 30. He coming. Pause. Hey, Cigar Talk, new to your stream. Queen Keisha, thank you very much for pulling up. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is Cigar Talk community. We talk boxing. We show a lot of love. We make jokes in the chat, in the comments. And I try to bring on the best guests to help us explain what's going on and get more context around all the stories. So thank you very much for pulling up. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know. That was crazy, Lulu. My bad, Lulu. That was crazy. That was crazy. Oh, what y'all think about that, though? Keyshawn versus Africa. They said Two-Tone must be the guest. Nah, not Two-Tone. Keyshawn versus Africa. What y'all think about that fight? I like that. Your guest like a hood dealer 7 minutes away. I know, right? Like, yo, 10 minutes. I'll be there in 10 minutes. He said he coming. Pause. He said he coming. He said he coming. I got faith, man. You know what I mean? We got two special guests. Y'all want me to call Bill up here? I might got to call Bill up here, man. Africa hurt his hand. Yeah, he did. I want to see. We gotta get we gonna need some time because Africa did say he hurt his hand. Haney Deebo, because every time he agrees to fight the other guy, he suddenly disappears. All right, y'all ready, man? Special guests is in the building. I'm calling up. I got a couple guests coming up, so this is one of them. Y'all ready, man? Hit the fucking like button. Stop playing. It's Cigar Talk. We got the best goddamn guests in the sport of boxing. Special guest is here. Let's reset the table. Let's reset the table real quick because we about to get to it. Hit the like button, y'all. Stop playing with it. Hit the like button. Special guest. All right. We saw how everything played out. This whole scenario. In this scenario, there's multiple components. There's Devin Haney. There's Keyshawn Davis. And then there's one more component that was in this whole storyline. And I would like to hear his perspective. Without further ado, hit the fucking like button. This is Cigar Talk. Y'all niggas know what I do, man. Without further ado, I would like to bring up the WBO champion, 140 pounds, Shakur Stevenson, has entered the chat.
Yo.
What's up,
Got
my boy?
Looking a little rough. What up?
Yeah, you was out here working out, nigga. I see you running miles outside, B.
Gotta stay in shape. Gotta stay in shape.
All right, man. Cole, we got to just get straight to it because there's a lot going on right now in the sport of boxing. Hold on, let me send out this other link to my other guest real quick. Hold on. All right, so now everything just went down over the last like 24, 48 hours. Everything just changed. Everything went down. You and Bill Haney on Twitter been going back and forth. Where are you at with this whole thing right now? Because right now, obviously, Keyshawn is no longer in the mandatory spot. That fight is now dead and gone. You have said that you want the fight at 144 pounds. Where do you think? Like, what's going on? Is camps reaching out to camps? What's going to happen right now, Cole?
I already told y'all what I think. It ain't nothing else to even say. Like I already said, I want to fight at 144. I said we say everything, but let's fight. But I'm saying let's fight. So I don't think it's too much more to say. I really want to talk to Bill. Like where Bill at? That's why I really came looking for.
Oh, you want to talk to Bill? You want to talk to Bill?
Yeah, I want to talk to Bill. I want to talk to Bill, man.
Hold up. Let me call Bill real quick. Let me call him. Let me call Bill. All right, y'all. Hold on. I gotta call Bill right now. We see what's going on. We gotta see what's going on, man. This is really This is Cigar Talk. A lot of people say 147 in the chat, Cole. Is that out the realm? Is that out the question? They spamming 147.
Am I not a 135 pounder?
That's a fact. Or are you a 140? You consider yourself a 140 pounder or 135?
I fought one fight at 140 and how many at 135?
Yeah. I think about
and
5.
Then, hold on. I got another question for them. When I fought Tio, what weight did I weigh in at? And after I weighed in, did Tio not say he's a lightweight?
I believe you was at 138, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was 138.
So I made weight easy.
Yeah, you was underweight.
Underweight, okay.
At 138. Yeah, 138.
All right.
All right, hold up, Bill. I just sent the message out to Bill. Bill's supposed to be coming on. He ain't answer the FaceTime.
He disappeared.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where he at.
He's missing. Is he missing?
He out here somewhere. He gonna jump on. Bill gonna jump on.
I think he's missing, bro. I think he's missing.
Hold up.
He don't want to see me.
You really think they don't want to see you? You really think that? Because Devin said he would fight you at 144 pounds. He said that.
They asked for the double shotgun, and there's one shotgun right here that's still ready to shoot. So what's the issue?
Well, what do you think about that? But now people are saying, well, because Keyshawn ducked the fight, Keyshawn's out the realm. So now Devin just gonna continue at 147 now.
Well, then do your thing. We both could make money however. I ain't tripping, but once again, I never called Devin Haney out in the last couple of years. It was Devin that called me out, and I'm just trying to answer the phone call.
Okay. While we waiting for Bill, let me ask you this. Because a lot of people also say that you probably knew how everything was going to go down with the Keyshawn situation because y'all got the same manager. I see that floating around. Is that true? Did you know that he wasn't going to take the fight?
I don't have nothing to do with what Keyshawn does, and I love Keyshawn. I'm with Keyshawn, and I support Keyshawn. But from a business aspect, his business is his business. My business is my business. I don't have nothing to do with what everybody else got going. I know whenever everybody got the news, I got the same news that they got. So
hold on. So even though y'all got the same manager, like you don't be like asking, yo, what's going on with this or whatever?
Nah, why would I do that? At the end of the day, I want to say like that's kind of like against the law, like in a way, like if you really think about it, like
asking about
that's
somebody
illegal.
Else.
It's kind of illegal. Like, why would I hit him up be like, yo, what is Abdullah or what is Keyshawn doing? That don't make sense. I can't do nothing like that. I don't get into that. If anything, I probably would ask Keyshawn, but lately he been kind of like he been on his little trips and stuff, so I ain't really get with him.
Got you. I mean, were you surprised that everything went down the way that it went, though?
I mean, that's what it is. At the end of the day, his decision is his decision. I believe if he made that decision, it must be a lot more to it.
Okay. Okay. So you don't think it was just the money? Like you think it's more than just a money thing? Because everybody's saying money or this or that, or you don't really. I don't know.
Nah, I'm not buying that. I think that it got to be more to the story. I done dealt with these people before. Like they know how to make things look a certain way. So I done been in his shoes before, and once again, they make it look that way. It looks great.
Oh, when you say you said Bill Haney, basically.
Yeah. Them people good at what they do. They good at what they do.
All right. Well, cool. I'm gonna call Bill again in a second. I'm trying to give him some time to come up here. I'm trying to get Bill up here. If you can't get the Devin fight, what is you gonna do? Because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, he gonna fight Ryo. Zuffa gonna make him fight Ryo."
Nah, I'm not fighting Ryo. I don't see myself getting in the ring with Ryo. At the end of the day, that's not a fight that I'm looking for, and it comes down to what I want to do.
Are you gonna wait for like the results of tonight? Lamont Roach, obviously you fought Williams and paid already, but if Lamont wins, is that a viable option?
Yeah, for sure. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I think me and him could fight at 135, and we can make it happen. Once again, I'm a fighter that can make 135 with no problem. So I would love to fight Lamont Roach at 135.
Well, Cole, you just got at 140. You looked spectacular at 140. So we like maybe he not at 135 no more because he just killed him at 40.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's what people don't really understand about themselves. They don't hear themselves when they criticizing me. They're criticizing me saying that I can fight at 135, 140, and 147. What other fighter are you asking to fight in 3 different weight classes at one time?
Now that is
It's a serious question.
Well, but all right, they say, well, look,
It's a serious question, Najee. I want you to answer the question for them. You telling me what they say, so you answer the question for them.
There is one guy. He's your big brother.
Who?
His name is Terrence Crawford. He fought at 154. He went up to 168, and they like
he never fought at 3 different weight classes at one time. With all due respect to my big brother, I love my big brother. My big brother stayed at 135 for years. He stayed at 140 for years. And he stayed at 147 for years. Now, at the end of his career, his last fight, he moved up to the different weight class that they referring to, but that's not the same thing. I'm in the prime of my career. Once again, I am the only fighter in the sport of boxing. They are asking to fight at 135, 140, and 147.
I mean, that is kind of true. But when you nice, this would be happening. I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of true though.
I'm just asking about any other fighter that they brag about, that they talk about. Who else are they asking to do this?
I don't. It's really nobody else that they really say got to move up like that. But I guess again, it's just you made 40 look so easy that people are like, it's only 3 pounds. Why you can't just move up 3 pounds?
I'm that good, man. That's how I look at it. I'm that good. I appreciate them though. Like I take it as a compliment. So I appreciate them.
All right, hold on. Let me call Bill again. We gotta see where Bill at.
Man, he ducking. He don't want no smoke. That nigga is missing.
Let me call Bill one more time, man. Let's see where my guy at, man. We gotta see. We want this fight. We want this fight. We want this fight. Damn, man. I don't know where my guy at, man.
Oh,
Cold
man.
world.
So I got a question, right? I got another question for you, Najee.
Damn, he ain't answer.
I got another question for you, Najee. I got another question.
Yeah.
When they was in the runs with Keyshawn, they came up here on the show with you and Keyshawn, and y'all was all on the show at one time, right?
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So where they at?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe on the flight. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt or something. I don't know.
I just got off the flight. I'm fresh off the flight to I'm in Thailand now. I'm in Thailand right now.
You in
Fresh off the
Thailand?
flight. Yeah.
Damn, okay. Yeah, nah, we did the whole thing. It was me, Bill, Keyshawn. Explosive moment. Yeah, I'm looking for Bill, man. I'm sending out the kite, man. Yo, Bill Haney, if you in the chat, man, come up here, Bill. Come up here, Bill, if you in the chat, man. I just sent out the kite again. All right, cool. We got to ask you this, though, because everybody, they spamming Shock name in the chat. Do you plan on fighting Shock? Do you plan on fighting Shock,
Yeah,
Shakur?
yes, I plan on fighting the guy, yeah, for sure.
So what? How you? Because some people like, oh well, you ain't do it next. You said if he fight Ray Ford, you fight him. You ain't fight him next. Blah blah blah. Like, how do you rationalize that? Is it like you just gonna do it when you want to do it, or like when?
Oh no. I can answer that like correctly. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on.
Oh wait, hold on. Here he is. Hold on. BH, hold on. Let me mute up. Let me put it on. All right, without further ado, he's here.
He finally showed up. Niggas been looking for you for 30 minutes.
Bill, you hear that? Shakur's here.
We can't hear you, Bill.
Listen, I don't play with kids. Tell Jay to give me a call. Listen, and you listen, just like you did.
He's trying to be quick. He's trying to hurry up and get off.
You know what to do.
Hold on, Bill. Shakur just asked. He said, y'all interested in fighting him? Y'all interested in fighting him?
Hey, listen, we've been negotiating with him for the longest, man. He can knock it off, man. You know what he did? He sent his boy. Listen.
That's cap. That's cap. I ain't seen nobody.
I
ain't seen nobody. That's cap.
All right, well, say he don't want to let me talk anyway.
Hold on. Let him talk. Go ahead, Bill. Say what you got to say. Go ahead, Bill.
I gotta put my stuff in here. Oh boy,
Tell him to say facts when he talk. Don't just talk.
Don't miss my flight, man.
Damn. Oh man.
So
About to have the moment.
Yo, Najee. Is the energy different?
Nah, I can't say he on the flight though. I did tell you. I said he probably boarding the flight though. He was on. He is at the airport.
I'm just asking. Is the energy different? I'm just asking. We clearly heard him. He could talk. We heard him. He could talk.
But he was at TSA though. He was going through the. You could see he's about to go through the shit though. So I can't say that. I can't say that.
Stop making up excuses. He been trying to get off the phone from the jump.
Damn, that was gonna be
scared.
That was the one we need to hear that right there. That was what we need to hear, man. Oh my god. Oh man,
I already told you I'm ready though, man. I'm ready. Whenever they ready, I'm ready. If they don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay regardless. So, however they want to maneuver, I'm cool with it.
So do you feel like it could happen, or in your heart you like, it's probably not gonna happen right now?
I mean, I just never seen nobody say, "Oh, we'll fight at 144," and then switch and say, "Nah, we want to fight at 140." I never seen that. Like, I never seen that before. So I'm trying to like understand what's going on through their brain at the time. Like, what transpired that was different from my end of like what happened to.
Well, no, I can understand it though, because key situation is like, all right, because look, y'all did have the double barrel. Y'all had the double barrel on you. Y'all had the double barrel.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
One barrel dropped off, so now it was like,
and it's still a barrel ready to shoot.
Yeah,
and it's still a barrel that's ready to shoot.
But it's
that
like
motherfucker, that other barrel ain't go nowhere, huh?
I said it's not. Now we can go out the side door because this it ain't double barrel no more.
Why would you go out the side door? What would be the reason you would go out the side door?
Because if I'm just me, I don't know what Bill. That's why we got to get. Soon as I'm texting Bill, as soon as he go through TSA, he got to pull back up here. He got to pull back up. But I'm saying this because it was like they in a situation where either I fight Keyshawn or I could drop the belt and fight Shakur. But now that I don't,
but that's not what they said. That whole you spin it, don't spin it, because they said something different. They said that they called for me first, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
That's what they said. That's allegedly, right? They allegedly called for me first.
Yeah.
So if they call for me first, I'm confused on where, like, I just said I ain't want to get in my brother way. That's all I said the entire time. I stuck with my story. My story been the same from the jump. I
agree with that, but I think it was they called your name until the mandatory spot happened. And then it was like, now we got to address this because it's a mandatory and we could lose the belt.
And here's where you're wrong at, because I got to remind you, January 30th, right before my fight, did they not promise that man that they was going to fight him?
Who, Keyshawn?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Where's that at? January 30th?
At the weigh-ins. I'll tell you where it was at the weigh-ins. Come on, I got you, bro. At the if it wasn't the weigh-ins, it was the press conference. I ain't going to make nothing up, bro.
They told Keyshawn they was going to fight him?
Yes, they told Keyshawn they was going to fight him. That was the whole campaign. I didn't know nothing about Devin Haney even wanted to fight me. I never even heard him say my name since 135. Facts, bro. I done sat next to them during the Bud Crawford Canelo fight. They didn't say a word about fighting or nothing like that. I was right next to Bill, like the whole time.
When do you think the fighting shit actually happened where they was like, all right, we want to fight Shakur? When did that happen to you?
From my point of view, it was when Keyshawn started doing the videos and doing all of the things he was doing, and then next thing I know, they was talking about Shakur. I'm like, oh, well, whatever, let's do it then. That's how it was for me though.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? When it was down to, and all right, if that was true, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it that they was calling out Keyshawn and whatever, right? Cool. But once it became the mandatory, it was like, all right.
Cutting out.
Wait, hold on. Yo, you hear me?
You cut out. You can hear me? You said you can take my word for it. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
So I'm saying I'll take your word for it that they called out Keyshawn first.
It's video footage. You ain't think I take my word for it. Just go look it up. You'll see them at the weigh-ins talking about they gonna fight Keyshawn. They agreed to fight at the weigh-ins for my fight with Tio.
All right, hold on. I just put it in. Let me see.
It's
Let me
footage,
see.
bro. I ain't just gonna make it up, bro.
Nah, I believe that. But all right, so but I'm saying is once the mandatory shit happened, it was all right. We either gotta drop the belt.
Yeah.
If we want the Shakur fight, or we gotta just take the Keyshawn. But now that Keyshawn is he ducked the fight, now we don't gotta drop no belt. We at 147 now. That's what I feel like they trying to say.
But if that's the case, then why would y'all even mention me in the first place at 144? Why would that even be a conversation? Like why was that anything? I don't understand it. What was it? Keyshawn made y'all do that, or like what was the thing that made them do that? I don't get that part.
That's a valid point. Damn, we gotta get hold of. Let me text Bill, nigga. Bill, pull up back here, Bill. I know you.
See how you can have a conversation and you gonna answer stuff. You know, Bill, man. Bill ain't gonna be able to answer the question. He's gonna start talking about 500 different things in the same conversation and can't really keep up.
To come back. I just told Bill come back up here. The culture needs this. The culture needs this conversation. It's one of the biggest fights in the sport. All right, hold up. Before we move on, we was talking about shot. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Hold up. Yo, BH. What's up, brother? Listen, you know this is one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. You
listen, no introduction needed. Now listen, let me just tell you, I'm on my way because old boy gonna get a chance to talk. But before I get to the air, get to my flight. Now listen, when we came to the fight in New York, we came looking for the winner of the main event, not the co-main event. You see
why y'all didn't say that?
And talk
Actually, why they didn't say that?
And told them that he was easy work.
You did.
What I'm saying? And so listen,
you did.
When the shit kicked
That's a
off,
hypothetical fight question. I'm asking why you didn't say at the weigh-ins that you wanted to fight me.
Johnson in there fucking with us, knowing that we didn't came for the main event, and this nigga ain't even an appetizer. So he fucking with us. He get us kicked out of the building. Right, we get the restraining order fucking with him.
Oh, okay,
right?
Yeah.
And then listen, before that, one of his other minions, he's fucking with us at the same time too. I said, listen, man, I've already been down this road with you, man. You see what I'm saying? When the time comes, do you promise? He said yes. He promised.
Hold on, you talking about Shakur or Keyshawn?
No, I'm talking about Keyshawn at the weigh-ins.
Okay.
All right. I said, when the time comes again, do you promise? Because he already had a fight. I said, do you promise? Now, meanwhile, we leave that place, and Zuffa and Nick Khan and the rest of them people, they came out and they said they want Shakur and Devin to fight, right?
Right.
We had just knocked off Brian Norman. There was nothing about no 144, none of that shit. We agreed to fight with this guy. That Zuffa and everybody, they looking for the fight. Nick Khan and everybody is looking for the fight.
Hold on, was there a contract, Bill? Was it a contract on it? Was a contract on the table?
Hold on, listen. They come back and they say that this guy here says 144 pounds. I say under no circumstances. Why? We just beat Brian Norman. Why would we come back down to 144 pounds, right? He rants and raves. The dude keeps saying 144, 144. Dev one day tweets out to him and says that let's get it 144. I say, damn, Dev, I would have never did that. He said, man, I don't want to tell you what he said. He said he wanted to, he ready for him at 144 pounds. He want to do it. I said, damn.
What about now, Bill? Are y'all still with that, Bill?
Hold on. So hold on. So then I called him. I called Jay. I called everybody at Zuffa. I called everybody and say 144 pounds.
Yeah.
Dude say, listen, hold on. We was already getting, dude say, I'm not going to step on Keyshawn Davis's toes. I'm not going to step on his toes. We got to go through with the 147-pound mandatory out of nowhere with Keyshawn Davis.
Right.
I said, all right,
don't
cool.
deny this, Bill.
Where we can go back to back. Niggas thought that I was capping. They said that I was lying, right?
Yeah.
So we went through with the 147 pounds. We getting ready for his brother that he say is everything and something else. We getting ready for this guy.
Yeah.
This guy pull another move, and then out behind a rock comes this guy talking about he'll do 144. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
out behind the rock, I was still there. I've been saying this. I never went nowhere.
With Conor Ben, and Conor Ben ain't even.
Hold on, let me ask him that, Bill, because I don't know if he can hear you. Hold on, let me ask him. He's saying you did. They said 147 for you. You said no, but you said you would do it and you would go to 154 for Conor Ben.
Ask him, did he say he'll fight Xander and why he didn't call out Boots?
He said you said y'all said y'all fight Xander and why you ain't call out Boots.
See, that's why. Listen, I'm gone, man. I'm getting on my plane. I'm not talking to you, man.
Nigga don't like when they pull a him or him.
Guess what? Everybody he include is getting knocked off, man, in one way or another, man.
Hold on, Bill, before you get off, Hold on, could the fight happen, Bill, before you get off? Can it happen, yes or no?
He's a matchmaker. Tell him, listen, he's a matchmaker, dog. He's not a champ, dog. Nothing we can do.
Yo, I listened to him. Can he listen to me before he go? I want to talk.
Nah, Bill, he just want to say
something
something real quick, Bill. He got one thing to say, Bill. Go ahead.
Yo, Bill, can we? The energy is different with me. Do y'all not see this? Najee, do you not see that the energy is different with me? Is the energy not different? Is it not different?
It's different from before. It's different from before, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't say because it's because the Keyshawn shit changed everything. The fact that Keyshawn did that
for y'all being like who y'all are, like y'all into the cloudy like type shit. I get y'all, but I'm talking about for me personally. Like he said, I hid under a rock. Then I came back and said 140. I've been saying 144. They said they'll do it. Now we both free. If we both free, what is the problem with 144? If you said that you would do it, I mean you can make the weight. They said they make 144 easy. They eat steak and all types of shit. That's what Devin said. So what's the problem?
All right, but hold up. Address that point that he said because you didn't get a chance to do it. I was trying to like bridge the shit together, but Bill
I would address it, but he don't address no points that we ask. So it's like, why would I address what he want? It's like now I gotta play the same game he playing. Okay, you said you'll fight Conor Ben. Well, you said you'll fight Xander. Why the fuck you ain't say you want to fight Boots now? Matter of fact, you don't got no other options now. Now you don't got nobody else on the table. Is no me, is no Key, is no Rolly. Who do you go to? Boots is free. Go get him.
Niggas don't want that Boots. Niggas don't want that.
Oh, niggas don't want the Boots shit though, huh? Now I'm the 35 pounder.
He's not at 54 though. So fair,
see,
to be fair,
but now you contradicting yourself, Najee. You contradicting yourself because I'm a 35 pounder. Y'all begging me to go to 147, but you're telling me the 47 pounder can't go to 54 and make the biggest fights happen.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm just asking. I just be wanting to understand like how y'all like think, and I'm saying I will fight the dude, but why do I gotta go to his weight class? Who the fuck is this nigga? Like,
I
explain
mean,
to me who the fuck this nigga is.
he's a champion at that weight class though.
And I'm a champion at 140, and I'm a 35 pounder. I'm a champion at 140, and I'm a 35 pounder. Facts.
But they say, all right, but they like, well, what about this? What about this? Cool. If you go to 140 and win at 47, now you a five division.
I'm asking one question. Why am I the only person that has to just move up? Because after I go do that, the next thing they're gonna say, go up to 54 and fight Boots. That's gonna be the next. Like, it's gonna be. I'm just this superhero, bro.
Too crazy. If they
y'all
say that,
y'all gotta be realistic with me, bro. I'm a real human being. I'm a hell of a fighter, bro. I know the game, but we gotta be realistic with who I am, bro. Why are we just jumping up from 35 to 40 to 47? Then next comes 54. Like, we can't be doing this, man.
well, I agree with that. And people said I'm glazing and I'm being biased, but I do agree that you just got the 41 fight. I don't tell no fighters that after one fight, yo, you got to move up after one fight. So I do agree with that in that sense that maybe it's not now.
But I would get there. Like, you gotta realize the greats, they know how to do this shit. They take their time to get to certain ways. They gotta grow into it. If you go watch Andre Ward, it took him a minute before he went to 175 and fought the Crusher, and he took it fight by fight. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get there, bro. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying at this very given moment, who the fuck is this nigga to tell me I gotta come up to his weight? That's all I be asking. I want to know, like, who is this nigga?
So you thinking in your 30s, probably you get the 47, like 32, 33.
I mean, we don't know where the card's gonna play, but yeah, I think for sure that I'm gonna be at 47. That's gonna be my last weight class that I go to.
All right, hold up. I got to go back to the shock shit because that was before Bill. I don't think he's gonna call back. He in the airport. He not gonna call back. All right, but we was talking about shock before that, and then people was saying, you said if you beat Ray Ford that you'll give him a fight. You just told us right before you said you will give him a fight, but some people like, well, why don't you fight him next? Like, when do you feel like you're actually going to fight O'Shaquie Foster?
The thing is, right? Let me help y'all understand, right? Cause y'all not gonna understand it, but I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, it is what it is. They like, oh, you gave your word to such and such. Bro, what? Who is this nigga? I don't fuck with this nigga. I don't owe this nigga no loyalty. What the fuck y'all talking about? I gave this nigga my word. So that's how I look at it. So whatever. But far as when I'm gonna fight him when the time come. I mean, he's a 30 pounder at the end of the day. Like, there's several fighters at 135 that has done more than him at that weight class. So it's like, why would I skip over the Moritayas? Why would I skip over the Lamont Roach? Why would I skip over the Gary Antoine Russells? Why would I skip over all of these dudes for a guy that did not prove himself at 135 pounds? And actually, if I recall correctly, Najee, he had the opportunity to fight for the WBC at 135. He should be in the position that Lamont Roach is in right now, right?
Yeah, that was a weird situation. I don't really know what happened with that. It was like,
now you don't know what happened with that.
It kind of went away. Like, there was a time where they put it in, like, he was like, I don't know if it was an interim. It was weird though. It was weird. It
don't go to the media as high when it's guys that's hate on me. So they get like free passes because a lot of the people are against me. So you give him a free pass for what he did, but I think he should have been a guy that should be fighting Zepeda right now. That would be a perfect opportunity.
When they said that, the WBC said something like, I don't know if they called it an interim or he was in hold. It was weird because, sometimes the belts be making up their own rules, so it's hard to like follow it sometimes.
Basically, he was going to be the mandatory for the WBC.
And you saying
I will tell you what it was.
The mandatory position, you trying to say?
He left that position and went back down to 130 pounds and did the shit with Ray Savage.
But what if I'm saying is, would he would have lost that belt at 30 if he would have did that though?
And he would have been champion at 35 right now in Roach's position. He will be the person fighting against Zepeda. not Lamont Roach.
Wait, hold up. Nah, but because I don't think they gave him the belt. He would have to fight for the belt, though.
He was going to be in the intern, like, the same place that Zepeda was at with me. That's where he was going to be at. Remember when me and Zepeda fought? Zepeda was the intern champion at the WBC. He would have been the same spot. I mean, he would have been the first to challenge for the belt. Which is why he kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to be your mandatory such and such, such." I'm like, okay, whatever.
But Cole, you owe him a fight. As a boxing pundit, I gotta say that because you told him if you fight Savage, you get the fight. You owe him a fight.
I would love to fight him. I just want my credit for when I beat him. That's all I ask. Like, I would love to fight the guy. I just want my credit. You give me my credit, and I'm cool with it.
But so to you, that's gonna happen though. That's gonna happen.
Once again, if I get my credit, if I fight him right now and he comes up to 135, after y'all see me in the ring with him and y'all said I'm a lot bigger than him, right?
Yeah.
If I fight him right now, are y'all going to say he's a 30-pounder?
Yeah, niggas. You can't avoid that. They're going to say that. They're going to say that.
I can avoid it. If he went up to 135 and proved himself, he's no longer a 30-pounder. He will be a 35-pounder. That will make a lot of sense.
But what's prove itself? Like, get the belt? Or
all
what
he had to do was get in that position that Lamont Roach is in tomorrow. Lamont Roach is in the position to be able to fight me next with no problem.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. But y'all gotta fight, nigga. You owe him a fight, nigga. I gotta keep it real. Call you my nigga.
Like I said, tell him to go up and prove himself, and we're gonna get a fight on.
All right, bet. Lastly, I'm gonna let you get up out of here because Bill's on the flight, man. Damn, that was
different energy.
We was about to set this bitch off in here, man. Damn.
Man, nothing was about to get set off. You see how Bill was acting? Bill was acting weird. He was acting nothing like Bill. Bill get on this bitch and pop it crazy to everybody. He said, "Call up here." He kind of, no, I gotta go. I'm out of here.
He wasn't there. But he was at TSA. He was at the airport, nigga. He showed us.
He called back and hung up in 2 seconds. He called back and hung up until he said 1, 2 things and hurry up and got out of there. Why?
Yeah,
why did that happen?
That was nasty. He said he running late for his flight. That's what he said.
Yeah, okay.
All right, lastly, hold up. How you seeing it tonight though? Lamont and Williams Zepeda.
I got Lamont. I think Lamont gonna put on the show. I think it's a perfect style for him to do it. He go out there and do what he's supposed to do. I think me and him is gonna be the biggest fight at 135 pounds, and I can't wait. So I hope he go in there and play his part.
All right, for sure. All right, lastly, I hate to ask this, but I gotta ask this only because he came out recently. G Money, he offered Devin a contract. He offered it. He offered. I don't know how real it was. Whatever. He offered Devin that contract. Devin confirmed it. That nigga sent that contract over. If he send you that contract, Core, is you taking that?
I mean, he could have sent it when he offered that contract. If he didn't do it, then it's like shit, whatever. But once again, he said he will fight me. So there's nothing else to even really talk about. I ain't got too much to even say about it. If you want to fight, let's fight. That's the only words I got for you.
All right. Well, shit, nigga, enjoy your vacation, man. Thailand, do your thing. And next time I talk to Bill, I'm gonna bring you up here because we need that. Coaching.
Yeah, he got to stop acting weird though, man. Tell him just act like Bill, man. Act like Bill and we good. I don't know who that guy was that was on the call, man.
All right, bet. Yo, Cole, be safe, man.
All right.
Damn, bro. Yo, chat, we almost had Bill and Shakur, man. That was about to be legendary, chat. Damn, Bill on his flight, though. That's what I told him. I said, nah, we can't say Bill. We can't say Bill because Bill was actually on the flight. He showed that was gonna be the one. That was gonna be the one right there. I was hoping that Bill and Shakur could talk it out because I want to see that fight. That's one of them big fights, man. That's one of them big fights. Y'all know Cigar Talk. We make them fights, man. We make them fights. We make them fights on Cigar Talk. He said he would fight. He said he would fight Oshaki Foster too, because everybody been asking about that. He said he would fight Oshaki Foster. Call Key. Yo, Key not gonna answer, bro. Key not gonna answer, bro. I ain't even gonna call him right now. I'm sure he's not happy with me right now. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure this is circulating right now. You know my thoughts, but you know, a lot of respect. A lot of respect for Key. I just didn't like how that whole situation happened. I didn't like how that whole situation happened. You know what I mean? Bro, you let Shakur lie to you, bro. Where? What did he say that was a lie? What was the lie? What did Shakur lie about? Let me know. Let me know. What did he lie about, bro? Najee running a protection program. Could have been talked to Shakur. Why now? What? What do you mean, why now? Because the fight's available now. Now's the time to talk about it. What do you mean? Before, there was no time to talk about it. He had a mandatory. Najee, you got to ask about making Devin vacate the belt or not. What you mean? You let him duck the real question. What was the real question, bro? What was the real question, bro? You let him get out of the 154 Ben question. I asked him 3 times. What do you mean I let him get out? What the fuck you want me to say? I can't make a nigga answer. I asked him 3 times. The question. I asked him. He said, all right, well, ask Bill why did they fight Xander and Boots and not Boots? That's what he said. I asked him 3 times. What do you mean I let him out? What do you mean, nigga? I asked the question 3 times, bro. If you don't answer that, how you blaming me for that? He said what he said. I asked him 3 times the same question. Niggas is crazy on here, bro. I asked the same fucking question 3 times, my nigga. Y'all niggas is just talking, bro. Y'all niggas is just talking. Naj, why Shakur scared of Devin at 147 and healthy? But I do agree with him there, though. What? There's no fighter where we say they just moved up 1 weight class, and in the next fight you move up another weight class. That doesn't happen. I've never seen nobody do that with anybody though. That's a fact. That's not about Shakur. That's in general. We don't see that. That doesn't happen. So if he's not ready to fight at 47, I can't blame him for that. It's just not a fight that's gonna happen right now. Unfortunately, it's just not gonna happen right now. Honestly, it don't seem like that fight's gonna happen now. That dude is horrible with the excuses. Who, Shakur? Ask Shakur if Jay Prince will send the contract. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Listen, I tried to ask the questions, man. You know what I'm saying? I asked all the questions, man. Y'all ain't got to be happy with the answers, but I asked the questions, man. I asked all the questions, man. Najee, you're not pushing it. That's cap. I asked all the questions. And if I'm not pushing it, then why don't you get Shakur on your channel and ask him? Yeah. Let me know how it goes. I'm starting a boxing channel because these weirdos shouldn't have a channel. Yeah, Ray Sean, good job. Start your channel. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I hope you do well. Start your channel. Get as many guests as you can, brother. I hope it goes well for you. Shakur beats Devin and Shock. I'll bet on it. Okay. Salute, Marcus. Why should Dev give Key a shot if he not a 147-pounder? Key is, do you mean Shakur? Because Key was the mandatory. This dude full of shit. Shakur called out Oshaki in the middle of the ring. He capping. He said he will fight Oshaki Foster. Bill Haney, the cap just caught up to you. Najee said he would go to 154 for Ben. his words out his mouth. So why not pit stop at 147? Yeah, I asked him 3 times, Coach Doug. I don't know if you was in here. I asked him the same question 3 times, bro. He's the champ. That's who he is. Devin didn't even go straight from 40 to 47. All the fights for you at 35 and 40 mid. Your best fights are at 47. Stop bringing up Boots. Nobody going to tell you to fight Boots. Y'all friends, remember? Bill know damn well he's sitting at the terminal for 45 minutes. Yo, Mills Lane, that's funny as hell, Mills. Boots, what the fuck does Boots have to do with this? Yeah, Boots had everything to do with the point. Lil Shakur, the matchmaker. Bill said Shakur was a matchmaker. Bill pissed because Key and Shakur wasting their time. They say he was trying to manipulate Devin to vacate to get Keyshawn a free belt. I heard your little bro Key made you gasp for air a few times with a couple of bops to the body in sparring. How did those feel? Is this true? Damn, my fault, y'all. I was trying to ask questions, but I was trying to get him up. He was saying he had to go. What would be the reason you in Thailand? You told Devin and Bill to leave you alone. You scared. We all know it. 78 Sports Band, salute. Call up Bruce Vane. Who is that? I don't really know Bruce Vane. I don't know Bruce Vane. Who is that? Boxing Talk, salute. He says, do you agree that Oshaki is the only person that makes Shakur's energy change up? He's down for everybody, but with Shaq, he always say he got to do more. I do agree that I actually think he don't. I think he don't like Oshaki Foster. I do feel like his energy feels different to me, and this is me, my opinion of it. I feel like everybody else is like it's just a fight. For some reason, I think he don't like Oshaki Foster. I think they got issues, so it does feel like his energy is different. I don't know if I would attribute that to like, he got to do more or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would attribute it to that, but it definitely does feel like his energy is different. Like, I just think he really they don't like each other. That's kind of the vibe I get, to be honest. Every other time and every other fight, I see Shakur just feels like it's business. That fight to me feels like they don't like each other. So I do feel like his energy does feel differently whenever I see that. Honest. Let me see. Naj, I want you to pull up the video when he said he will fight Ben at 147 to 154. He said skills pays the bills. Yeah, I saw that video, bro. And Boog, I seen that. That happened. That's a fact. That really happened. He told you he lied to Shock. That's not what he said, man. Y'all niggas just be making shit up, bro. Y'all niggas just be making shit up, man. He ain't say that, man. He said he would fight Oshaki Foster, man. Stop the cap. That's what he said. Shakur beats T.O. Wait, Shakur beat T.O., who was going to 147 this month to fight Rolly with no catch weight. T.O. is tiny. What's the excuse? Hey, ain't no guarantee T.O. gonna beat Rolly. Ain't no guarantees that T.O. going up and gonna beat Rolly. Keep it a stack. All right, hold up. Let me bring my guy up here, man. We right before the fights. Let me bring my guy up here. I ain't see him in a minute. Matter of fact, I got to make a trip to Philly because I want to talk to him. Let me bring up my guy, Greggy Cash, a.k.a. GHB TV. GHB TV. Bring my guy, Greg Hackett, to the stage. GHB TV.
What's up, Demetrius?
Yo.
Nah, what's up? You can hear me?
GHB TV. First of all, yo, Greg, I want to tell you, we ain't talking a little minute, but yo, I'm proud of you, dog. I see you on your channel, making moves, making videos, staying consistent. I'm proud of the work that you're putting in on these YouTube streets, bro.
Appreciate that, gang. How you feeling?
Yo, I'm feeling good, man. I'm a little sad because I was hoping I had Shakur up here, I had Bill in the FaceTime. I was trying to get them to like, you feel me? I was
Merge
hoping
it out.
I was hoping we was gonna get the moment, but Bill was in the airport, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't lining up though. How you, Greg?
I've been chilling, man. I'm just waiting on these fights. Lamont and them. This gonna be it's a good little card.
Yo, Greg, tell me about this now. I watched your video actually. I think yesterday you was talking about the Keyshawn shit. I did a whole rant today about Keyshawn and how I'm disappointed in Keyshawn. It was very disappointing as a fan of Keyshawn. Bro, y'all niggas in here. I'm a plant. Like what? What? What a plant? Like y'all niggas are stupid, bro. What the fuck? All right, but tell me, Greg, what do you think about the whole Keyshawn thing? Because as a fan, I was very disappointed. I broke down the business of it and why it didn't even make business sense. DAZN is the parent company. They're not going to allow multiple companies to bid because they got to pay for it. They're not going to let Matchroom or whoever else bid when we the niggas that put up the money. We're not doing that. Why would we do that? But what did you think about the whole situation with Keyshawn Davis?
I think it was a giant bluff. I mean, it was a giant bluff, if you ask me. I think niggas was checking people's temperatures. And what I mean is like trying to see what they could get out of them. You know what I mean? And how much and how far they could take it. Because the truth is, right, Keyshawn is a good fighter, but he hasn't done enough to be like, I demand this. Like, nah, I don't really work like that when you ain't putting in no solid work. And what I mean by solid work is you ain't beat nobody that we ain't think you could beat. You know what I'm saying? He's never been in a 50-50 situation. All of his situations, he's been the dominant guy. He showed that. But I also just heard his coach on Mill City say that he's a star. And I think that's where they wrong. He might be a star in Norfolk. I mean, when it comes to selling the tickets down in Norfolk, but that hasn't been proven all over the world, all over the country. You know what I'm saying? So I just think these guys, they heads get a little big. They start thinking that, you know, you worth more than what you are. And I'm not telling him what he is worth, because there's no telling how much money he can make in the future. But what I am saying is right now, you haven't put in the kind of work to tell somebody I should be getting paid this. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
When you haven't been doing that on a consistent basis, if Keyshawn would have took this fight with Dev, and I could be tripping, but wouldn't this be his first pay-per-view?
Yes.
So that's my point. Part of your payment is the opportunity. You are getting paid good money, but part of your payment is the opportunity. So you got to be real with yourself. Now, the reason I'm saying it like that, because you telling us you could beat Devin Haney. So if you really believe you could beat Devin Haney, why not take the fight?
I agree. But Greg, to me, it's not even just about value at that point, because what happened was you went to purse bid, right? Like, so I guess the value would be Top Rank offered you $3 million. Maybe you felt like you wanted more than $3 million, right? You like, all right. And this is just the reports. We don't know because nobody's heard from Keyshawn. So I can't say that's definitely what it is until we hear from Keyshawn.
Right.
What I'm saying is they saying, all right, you was offered $3 million. Now you like, I want to go to purse bid because I feel like I could probably make more in the purse bid. But now think about that, Greg. And this is what I was breaking down earlier. 25% is what you're entitled to under the WBO. So that means the purse bid would have to be over $12 million for you to make over $3 million. And that doesn't make business sense.
Right.
Who's going to pay over $12 million? You got to recoup the money. If I'm a businessman and I say, all right, I'm going to put out $15 million for this fight. Let's say the gate does $5 million. You got to also now recoup a $10 million. So now you saying this fight got to do at least like $250,000, $300,000 on pay-per-view, and that's not even including expenses.
Right.
That's just the amount of money I put up for the entire event. That don't even count how much we got to pay for the venue, pay for the fighters, pay for the promotion.
Yeah.
That don't make business sense. So that's why I'm like, I didn't understand the business rationale behind doing that. You know what I'm saying?
That's because he was trying to prove something that's not true. He's trying to prove he's a star. If you was a star, it wouldn't even have went that far. Everything would have been handled. Everything would have been taken care of. The difference is now this is what we be trying to talk about when we be saying experience. Bill Haney and Devin Haney have been through this before, so they know how this shit go. So they gonna be cool with what they take because they taking a lion's share anyway, right or wrong. They taking a
Yeah,
lion's share anyway, so they gonna be cool with whatever happens. The guy who's trying to prove that he's somebody, he don't really know who he is at this point. So he's just taking a long shot. By going to purse bid, he was basically banking on somebody just giving him the money. It don't work like that because, like you said, in business, first thing a motherfucker thinking about is how I'm gonna make my money back and how much I'm gonna make back. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's not just a a mindset on the streets. It's like that in actual business. And I don't think people be paying attention. They think these guys is filthy rich to the point where they throw their money away. No, they became rich because they watch how they spend their money. So I'm not
That's
about
a
to
fact.
like you said, I'm not about to put 15 million on this and it ain't a guarantee. And this is your first pay-per-view. This guy's been on pay-per-view before, but you haven't. And that's what you know what I mean? I think the connection was lost.
Well, do you? Because I personally believe this was about money. To me, a
Yeah.
lot of the fans in here are saying they feel like Keyshawn was scared of the opportunity. Do you believe that? Do you feel like it wasn't just the money? It was like, man, I might lose the fight or scared of the opportunity.
I tell people all the time it's all the above when we talking like this. It's always, whatever it could be. Because if you think about the money, all right, let's say he was getting paid the money he want. This still is a tough fucking fight because Devin Haney is not the type of athlete that he gets found in clubs drunk somewhere or he out here getting in dumb shit with drugs, or he getting caught up in street shit and got to keep going back and forth to court. This is a pure athlete. This is a top tier athlete when it comes to boxing. He might not be the best boxer. He might not be the best fighter. He might not have the best left hook, but he's a hell of an athlete. So therefore, that night you're gonna have to really fight. So it's not an easy fight, and that's why guys is not signing on. Because if it was easy, then you would take it. If it was the Ryan Garcia, you would take it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not saying that Ryan is easy, but Ryan's going to give you those opportunities. Certain guys going to give you those opportunities.
So, G, do you feel like Devin is living up to that nickname Deebo? They started calling him Deebo, and at first I was like, I don't know, but now to
Right.
me it's kind of looking like a nigga might looking like Deebo.
It's looking like that right now. All he missing is a bike. He just need a good bike. That's what it's looking like because we had a fight and then next thing you know it's like, no, I ain't doing that. It's like, damn, but you supposed to be the, the monster. So it's
Who
like,
you had in that fight? Craig? Keep it real. Who you had in that fight?
I ain't gonna lie, I had it a good fight, but I had a 60-40 Devin Haney. 60-40, 70-30, somewhere between there.
I'm not mad at that. I think I had maybe Devin by a little bit, maybe a little less than 60-40, maybe like 55-45, but that was a close fight though.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, all of that
Well,
is good
what do you
numbers.
think about the whole Shakur aspect of it though? Because how the whole shit went, right? Like it was key. He had his he petitioned to get to the mandatory. Shakur was also there, but they said they was like, Shakur was like, I don't want to step on my brother's toes. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's in the mandatory spot. I'm gonna let him do what he got to do, but I still want the fight. So he was like, if y'all drop the belt and y'all say we not gonna fight Key, then we could do it at 144. And it seemed like Devin said, okay, let's do it. What you think about the whole situation with Shakur in that whole mix?
But finish up though, Naj, what happened?
So, all right, we saw what happened. Well, now Devin said, okay, let's do it at 144. I don't know if contracts never got sent out. I don't know. I asked Bill today. I said, Bill, was the contract sent out? And he was like, hold on. I'm talking. Like he was talking about the shit. So I don't know if contracts ever got sent out or what was the case. I don't know. But what I do know is they said that they agreed to 144, but the fight never, I don't know.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And as far as Shakur, I don't know because what I know about Shakur now is he over Zuffa. So
what that mean?
If he had Zuffa and they fight on Paramount and Dev got an exclusive deal with the Zone, you know what I mean? That mean they got to do extra business now.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I'm thinking because Turkey is still the man at Zuffa that y'all could just get it on the ring card. Like, let's go on the ring card and then we put
Yeah,
y'all on the ring.
yeah, but fights like that, when you sign a Devin Haney and he get a fight with Shakur and you DAZN, you want the rights to that fight. That's why you sign him to that deal.
Yeah.
They're not trying to why would I sign you exclusively to my network and then let you fight on another network?
But what you mean for Shakur or for Devin?
For Dev.
So
I'm
what if they
saying
did the fight on the zone on a ring card for the zone?
so then it would be on Zuffa side. Because that's who doing the business. Who would be doing the business now, right?
Yeah, yeah. But how I think, because we've seen it happen before, right? Like, remember, Conor Ben signed to Zuffa. So I'm thinking, like, they give you a license fee. They give you a fee, like, all right, I'm going to put it on my shit, but I'll pay y'all this amount of money for y'all to let me put it over here. You know what I'm saying?
But it all depends on what it means to them and how much it's worth to them. Like you just said, when they spending this money, they being careful about how they spend this money, even though it's a lot of money. It's not the kind of money where, oh, I'm just buying a car. No, it's not that kind of money. This kind of money, I need to make money off of this. I'm not spending this money to just throw it out there. I need this shit to come back 20 times.
Yeah. Hold on. But I'm saying this though, Greg. Was there ever a contract? That's what I need to know. Is I know they agreed.
I don't think it was ever a contract.
A duck is like when it's on the table and y'all niggas could go and the nigga don't go. That's ducking. That's ducking.
Yeah, but I don't think for Shakur specifically, I don't think it was a contract. For Keyshawn, I think they was in motion, and you know it just went where it went.
So I would. Some people say Shakur duck. I don't believe it. I don't believe that because again, I feel like it got to be a contract to say a duck. Are you saying that?
What I'm saying is, if it wasn't Keyshawn, it was supposed to be Shakur. If it wasn't Shakur, it's supposed to be Keyshawn. So what's going on? I just want to know what's going on. I don't know. I know I'm calling Keyshawn John a duck for sure. I gotta get up out of here. That's what that is. Ducking when you duck your taco and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm calling that kind of duck. You know what I mean? But with Shakur, he always got to move for his moves if you pay attention. So, you know, I think he was trying to see what happens and which way they was trying to get it to go. And I think they really was pushing for it to be Keyshawn. So he stepped out the way and went and did his thing with Zuffa. You know what I mean? But you know, all of this shit is crazy, man.
It's crazy. This Gito, because you know, Devin said he agreed to 144 at the time, right?
Yeah.
At that time, he was like, all right, yo, let's do 144. Now that Keyshawn is out the way, do you feel like there's a situation right now where, all right, well, let's do the Shakur fight at 144. Let's just do it.
I think it is room for it, but at the same time, I think Bill and them, I don't think they really on that 44 shit no more. Like
why you say that, G? What changed though?
Because even though we looking at ourselves as the A side, I'm saying the Haneys, they looking at themselves as the A sides, they was still bending for both of them. They were still, you know what I mean, giving a little bit for both of them. Now it's like, all right, we can't get neither one of y'all. So if we backtrack, I'm not about to go back and say I'm gonna do 44 again. Like I tried to give you that the first time, and I gave you that so that you could jump the line with your man. When really it should be Shakur, because Shakur is the more experienced fighter. He got a lot more experience than Keyshawn. Keyshawn knew in the first place he shouldn't even been trying to play with Devin Haney. And this is no disrespect. It's not saying that Keyshawn can't fuck with him at all. But what it is saying is it's some things Keyshawn ain't been up against and he ain't done yet. Or he hasn't seen, and he should slow his roll. He shouldn't be, because when they first talked about it, the first thing I said was he sure need 1 or 2 more fights before Devin Haney. He shouldn't fight Devin Haney right now. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's time. You done beat all the niggas. You done beat you beat all the other niggas.
All of us know a guy, right? That was in high school. He might have been 6'8". 6'9", 6'10". He was bigger than everybody. He was a beast in high school. He got to college. He was showing beast-like movement. He got to the NBA. We never heard of him.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it's levels for a reason. It don't matter what you think of those guys, it's still levels. When you get to the NBA, when you get to the top echelon of the professional athletes, the sports, these motherfuckers be in real shape and they be on, you know what I'm saying? They really be turned on. This not the guys you've been fighting. This is not Nair Albright. This is not what's my man name? Ortiz. Yeah, this is not those guys who got other shit going on in life. And boxing's just a part of their life. We talking about the guys who actually live boxing. The whole time all of this shit been going on, what Devin been doing?
Training.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the difference. That's the difference. When you fighting with a guy like Devin Haney, he already a month and a half in on preparation. Before the camp start, he already geared up. That's what you fucking with. Where you running around trying to, you know, make points and tell people why you the best and all this other shit. He in the lab. That be the difference.
But G, I just don't see this fight, the Shakur and Devin, happening right now because, and I agree with this guy. He say meet in the middle 144, and people keep saying, "Oh, you glazing Shakur because you saying this." I'm not glazing. I would say this for anybody. Anytime a guy moves up, we don't ask him in one fight to move up to the next weight class from one fight. G, come on, we don't do that as a community. We don't do that.
You absolutely right, and then it's absolutely shit that you missing. When you say I'll go up and fight Conor Ben without a rehydration clause, then that's like, all right, you'll go to 47. When you say something like that, you basically saying you'll go to 47 and fight anybody.
Hold on, let's be real, G. Let's be real. Conor Ben ain't no Devin Haney, nigga. Niggas could go up and say I could go up and beat a Conor Ben. Devin Haney is an elite. And you gotta be on the playing field.
And that's what we trying to get to come to fruition, for people to say what it is instead of saying 47 for him but 44 for him. Why? They all 47 pounders.
Well, nah, one guy's clearly more elite than the other guy. I think
but stop.
That. I think
but stop talking like you don't know that. Stop talking like you don't know that. You saying it in a way where you like, I'll beat him. I'm not worried about him, but we gotta fight at 44. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, because all right, well, when I asked Shakur that, what he said was, you tell me your rebuttal to this, because he said, I had Bill on, and I said Bill said that. Bill said, well, you said you would fight Conor Ben at 47-54, but now we got to do 44. Shakur said, well, y'all said that y'all would fight Xander Zayas at the weight, but y'all didn't fight. Why won't y'all fight Boots at the weight?
But you know why, nah? You know why?
Yeah, I know why. We ain't want to fight Boots.
That's not even a question.
It's the same thing, though. It's like there's certain guys that it's like, all right, I think at this weight, I know I could beat this guy. And then there's another weight where we got to be more level because this is an elite fighter. He ain't regular.
You know why it's not the same thing? You know why it's not the same thing? Devin Haney was a 35-pounder at one time. Now, was he a big 35? Yeah, he was big for 35. Shakur was all the way down to 26, right? Boots never been under 47. That's a different man. That's a different size man. Xander never been under 54. That's a different size man.
I can't say that, G, because
hold on. I can say that. I can say that. I'm gonna tell you why. What's the difference between a shooting guard and a small forward? It's a difference in strength. It's a difference. They get a little bigger. It's the same thing. So if one has never been down that low, you know what I mean? All right, I get why you will fight Devin Haney. I get why Devin Haney and Shakur will fight. They was basically at the same size at some point. But with Boots, he never even been down there. Boots don't know. He don't even know what the 30s look like. You get what I'm saying? So that's a different size man.
When Devin was fighting at 35, his last couple fights, he had the Michael Jackson, nigga.
I said that.
He already been a bigger guy, so it's like that's what I'm saying is.
Is Boots much more bigger than Devin than Devin is to Shakur? Shakur not little, bro. I don't know why Shakur be playing the little game. Shakur not a little dude.
Bigger than him, bro. Devin bigger than him, bro.
How much though? But how big being what? He got bigger shoulders?
like a size. Like when you stand next to them, you could see one guy is clearly bigger than the other. Same with Boots. When you stand next to Boots, you could see that he clearly be bigger than.
Yeah, but this is the problem with boxing. When you get a 5'7" Floyd Mayweather fighting a 6 foot Diego Corrales, nobody was talking like that.
That's a good point. That's a good point right there.
No matter the height, they fought at the same weight. They fought at the same weight. Now I get you. Like I said, Shakur was a 26-pounder turning pro, and Dev was a 35-pounder as a kid. He is a little bigger than Shakur, I guess, mass wise. But it's not like Devin Haney is 6'1" and Shakur 5'8". They the same. Yo, when you see them dudes in person, they be like the same size, bro. Dev arms probably a little bit longer. They not that much bigger than each other. I mean, one bigger than the other.
So you think because there ain't it ain't much size difference from Xander to Boots? It ain't much.
You mean
size
them two fighting each other?
Yeah, but I'm just saying Shakur's point. It's not my point. I'm saying what Shakur was saying.
I'm talking about 54. 54 is leaving out of the little man and you getting into the big man. That's the mark. The 47 and 54 mark is where you leaving the little man and you going into the big man. That's why you think the size and gloves change right there. Why you think a 47-pounder wear 8 ounces and a 54-pounder wear 10 ounces? Because that's where the structure of that, like in the man, like where all right, these motherfuckers get ready to start being big now. So this is where we're going to adjust the weight. Why? I mean, adjust the glove size. Why do you think they did that? Because a 54-pounder is different from a 47, 40-pounder. Even though guys go from 40 and 47 and move up to 54. But that's just on some cash out shit. But Boots is naturally, like, you could tell, like, naturally bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? Dev and Shakur kind of look the same when you see him. Dev just got the diesel shit going on now. These last, like, year and a half, he been on the little strong shit. You know what I'm saying? Beefing up and shit.
Okay, now hold on. I got a couple more questions before I bring my guy Marco up here. Bring him up, Marco. Marco, what's popping? Let me ask you this, G, because I want to ask you about Boots though, real quick. Obviously, there was that one round. It was round 3 where everybody was like, "Oh shit, Boots got hurt by Xander," right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that started to make waves where people were saying like, "All right, now if Boots got hurt by a guy that's not a hard puncher, what's going to happen when he go in there with a Virgil Ortiz or a Fundora?" What you got to say about that, G?
What about Xander tell you he's not a hard puncher?
His knockout ratio.
But did you see him? Did you ever like you walk up on him?
Yeah, that's my guy.
I'm saying when you seen him, do he look like if he ball your fist and punch you, it's gonna be light? It's gonna be a light shot.
Nah, he looked like he could crack, but the knockout ratio say he don't crack like that.
Your knockout ratio got to do with experience. It got to do with who you've been in there with. What I'm trying to say is, the big as that boy is, big as that motherfucker is, ain't no way you think he ain't about to hurt nothing if he hit it. He could hurt you. That could happen. But my thing is, when people bring that up, what happened? Like okay, if he hurt him that bad and he really had him out, what happened?
Well, what you mean when Xander hurt Boots? You saying?
Yeah, I'm saying if he really hurt him that bad and he had him, what happened? Why did he let him slip out of his hands?
Yeah, he ain't go for it. That was his biggest mistake, G. Because that right there, that was the only chance you had to win in the fight. Is you hurt him and you gotta go all balls to the wall, all the way, let your nuts hang. Because if this guy recovers, you're done. That's the only chance he had.
So if me and you had a deal and I didn't finish up on my end of the deal, you ain't trying to hear it. Nah, I almost had it. It was there. That shit don't mean nothing.
But another guy though.
No, I got you. So as far as Fundora, what happened when Mendoza put him out?
Yeah, but G, he ain't the Mendoza nigga no more.
I'm just saying what happened.
He a different guy than Mendoza, G.
I'm just saying that was the same guy. If you ask me, they got the same name. They the same height.
Yo, G, I got another different fighter than Mendoza. He ain't the Mendoza guy.
Everybody. Hey, listen, everybody talk like that. Hey, but dig it. What happened to Virgil when Boachuk get to put him on his ass? What happened?
That's a good point. Are we
talking about fighters? We talking about fighters. You You know what I mean?
Virgil did get put on his ass by Boachuk.
2 times.
Virgil
you
did
too,
get put on
baby.
his ass. All right,
2
but
times.
now before I bring up Marco G, let me ask you this last question. How you feel about this fight tonight? I'm about to end the live in a little bit after Marco. Lamont Roach, Williams Zepeda, great fight tonight. How you feeling?
I think this is an underrated fight, man. I think this fight should be getting more attention. I kind of feel bad all this shit going on because this is about to be a good matchup, man. This is 2 guys who they relentless in their mindsets. I feel like Lamont Roach, even though he hasn't got the win, he still ain't lose. You know what I'm saying? So that shows and tells me he the type of guy he willing to go wherever he got to go. Zepeda, we already know Zepeda not playing no games. He coming in there, he giving up 6 and 7 punch combinations. You know what I mean? So this is, hey, listen, man, this is about to be a great fight. I can't wait.
Who you got, G?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I like Zepeda for the work rate, but for some reason I think Lamont Roach gonna hurt Zepeda in like the 9th, 10th round. I think
Zepeda's gonna win, bro. I hope I'm wrong. I want Lamont. Like I'm going for Lamont. For Lamont. But
yeah.
I just think
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the way you're thinking because I can see what you're saying. The work rate is incredible, but I just think from seeing Zepeda go down from a Tevin Farmer shot, I think if Lamont get inside and touch him with that uppercut, I think that uppercut will do it.
Okay. Yo, G, I appreciate you pulling up, man. I gotta come pull up to Philly, man. We gotta get this real shit in.
For sure.
All right.
Fuck with me.
All right, I'm gonna hit you. All right, chat. Let me get this last one before we get up out of here. Watch these fights, man. Let me get my guy Marco Boxing in the building. Make sure you check out his channel, Marco Boxing. It's my guy. Marco.
Yo, what up?
What's up, my brother? How you living, man?
Living large.
That's what's up, man. Yo, listen, Marco, it's a lot going on in the sport of boxing over the last 48 hours, man. This shit is hot right now.
Word.
I had Bill Haney and Shakur on the line. I was trying to get them it didn't really line up because Bill was in the airport. Shakur was I was trying to get everything going, but what did you feel about the whole situation with Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis?
I call this the Floyd effect. So Floyd did a lot good for the sport, right? He paved the way. He did a lot of things that people, everything from holding the hand pads flashy to, reining the money. But another thing he did was he set his worth really high, and that's a good thing for him. But when you're not him and you embrace the same morals, if it kills fights. So I call it the A side B side bullshit. So Keyshawn, I said this from jump on my channel. I'm like, Keyshawn is not going to take this fight. Although I believe people need to invest in themselves, right? I'm not saying your whole career take 25%. One fight, you beat this guy who's never lost on paper. You hold all the cards. You never got to take 25% again, ever. You're so fucking confident, right? You're such a great fighter. Invest one fight in yourself. I thought Shakur should have done that against Haney, 3-4 years ago. But these guys got this Floyd effect where they're just like, nah, then people are going to say I'm a pussy. I don't believe in myself. Oh, nah, I'm not taking 25. I can't do that. Nah, it's like, come on, man. So I think
Floyd earned the right to do that, though. Floyd was selling them tickets. Floyd was selling them tickets.
And look, don't get it twisted up. I'm not saying Floyd was wrong. I'm just saying Keyshawn's not Floyd, but he's thinking like him, and that's where the problem lies. If he was in that position, yeah, you call the shots, but he's not. Devin is not only Devin has almost. I mean, Keyshawn's had 15 fights. What are we doing here? 15 fucking fights. Devin has what, almost 30 and numerous weight division titleists. Like, come on. There's difference in experience and in notoriety. Who sells more tickets? Devin easily. So that's what you got to do. You got to just bite the bullet, whoop this guy's ass like you say you can, and then you never take those shorts again.
Now, Marco, do you feel like this was like a straight situation of Keyshawn just feeling like I'm owed more money so that now I'm not going to take it? That's what you think happened?
I think he just was like, nah, I'm worth more than this. And I mean, who has the belts?
Devin.
Okay. You would think he'd want to get the belts, but I think he just was like, I deserve more than this. I have a brand and I cannot devalue my brand, which is which is the perceptive, which is the narrative that Floyd put out, which worked for him, but it doesn't work for Devin for Keyshawn in this instance. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You're not devaluing your brand when you're fighting somebody who's above you, and this is who you're climbing up to move past so you can sit on the throne.
Okay. Marco, they're saying you're drinking goat milk. Is that true?
That's fucking coffee, man.
As they say in the chat. All right. Well, hold on. Let me ask you this, Marco. How did you put the Shakur thing in the mix? Because Shakur was a part of the equation, right? It was like the double barrel shotgun, Keyshawn on one side, Shakur on the other side. And then there was the talk of maybe Shakur at 144. That never panned out. How did you see? What was your assessment of Shakur in the mix of that whole equation?
I think they're going to fight next. I think Devin Shakur are going to get it on. That sounded fruity, but you know what I meant. Yeah, I think they're going to fight next. I don't think Keyshawn wanted this fight to begin with. I'm not saying
why are you saying that, Marco? Why are you saying that?
I'm not saying he's scared. You know, I used to fight, man, and nobody does that shit scared. It's not about fear. So I never think fighters are scared, but you cannot want to fight for a lot of reasons. Somebody else, maybe strictly the money. He's like, nah, I'm not fighting for no 2 million. If somebody's getting 10 or 8 or 7 or 6 or whatever it is, I just don't think he wanted to fight. For whatever, I don't know why though. Don't ask me why. I don't know why.
Yeah, but Marco, they petitioned for the fight. They petitioned to be the mandatory. How could you not want it
after the purse bid and all that shit came out? Is what I mean. He was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." So, you know, whatever. And also, you know, Keyshawn's had his struggles in the past. Maybe he's going through something. Who the fuck knows? Has anybody talked to him?
No.
Who knows? But I think Devin. Go ahead.
No, who did you have winning that fight, Marco? If it was to happen, Keyshawn and Devin.
I gotta lean towards Devin. But Keyshawn, you know, when I watch Keyshawn, right, I don't see anything crazy spectacular. I don't see crazy speed. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not even saying he's good. He may be even great in certain areas, but I'm not seeing anything spectacular. Like you see Shakur's defense, you're like, damn. You see Tank's power, you're like, damn. You know what I mean? But he does everything great. It kind of reminds me of Bud in a weird way. Like you used to watch Bud fight, and Bud didn't have blinding speed, crushing power, but he always got the job done and would get knockouts. So Keyshawn kind of reminds me of Bud. But I still would have to lean towards Devin because to me, experience is gold, and you cannot trump experience. But you know, 60-40, close. 60-40, 55-45.
What about Shakur and Devin?
I can't pick anybody over Shakur right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know the size will matter. I mean, you've been around them. What are they? About an inch apart, right? In size, something like that?
Maybe in height, yeah, but Devin feels like the bigger guy, like more muscular, wider shoulders, bigger legs. Devin feels bigger. But the height, they're not that far apart in height. Devin's just
not
like
really
taller, but not too far.
Right. And I think to beat Shakur, personally, you got to be taller and faster. Those are the ingredients I feel like to beat him. You got to be faster and taller so he can't reach you and you can reach him and reach him fast, you know, before he can move. So Dev's a little bigger. I don't think he's faster though. And he's not significantly taller. Like he might have less reach. I don't know what both their reaches are, but they're probably comparable.
Well, Marco, we got a great fight tonight. I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here so we can all enjoy these fights. How you seeing it, man? Main event, Lamont Roach, William Zepeda, man. Great fight. How are you seeing that one?
Well, you know, Roach proved he can fuck with boxers, counterpunchers, right? But he also proved when you get all up in his chest like a Teflon vest, you can't handle that as well. He proved that too. Zepeda is all up in your chest like a bulletproof vest, but Zepeda doesn't have the thump. So I'm going to have to lean towards, I think, a fucking split decision. One way or the other. I'm going to lean towards that because they both negate each other's strong points. You know what I'm saying? Like Zepeda throws a lot of, you know, more volume than a fucking Nike sweatshop, but Roach is very smart, and he'll be able to catch him. And Roach has a good chin. You know what I mean? Tank couldn't even fucking wobble him at all. So I'm gonna go split decision. I can't call it. I don't know who's gonna win this one.
What you think about the open scoring? They announced WBC. Mauricio said it's gonna be open scoring for this fight. What you feel about open scoring?
That's dope because I mean, look, as fighters, you should always give your best no matter what, right? Like, but I'll give you an example, like Trinidad versus De La Hoya. I guarantee you, if the open scoring was there, De La Hoya would have stopped that ridiculous game plan. So it matters sometimes, but generally, you got to have your foot on the gas and eye on the prize, no matter what. But it can only help, right? It can only help both fighters. It can't hurt them, I don't think.
Who would you like to see next if the Devin fight doesn't happen for Shakur? Who would you like to see next for Shakur?
For Shakur, I mean, of course, Tank, but he's in the Barbados somewhere. Damn, man. I mean, Keyshawn, but that's not ever going to happen. Man, I mean, you think Shakur will fuck with welterweight? Like straight welterweight?
He said no. When I spoke to him today, he was like, I will at some point, but I'm not. He said, I just moved up to 40, so I'm not just ready to go up to 47 right now.
And he's staying at 40?
He said he feels like he's still a 35 pounder. So he said it's between 35 and 40. But he said right now I'm not going up to 47.
Let's see him fuck with the white boy, man. That white boy could punch. Dalton Smith.
Dalton Smith is nice.
Let him get in with that white boy. That white boy could punch. He'll probably get picked apart. He'll probably get picked apart by Shakur, but still, you know, Shakur's only in an exciting fight, I feel like, if it's a puncher, right? Because he makes it so boring because his skill levels are so far above these guys. He neutralizes all these guys, right?
Yeah.
And if they're not punchers and they're neutralized, you don't have that one possibility of what if something lands. But Smith has that possibility, so it'll be exciting even if he gets tapped up.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You're right about that.
All right, yo, Marco, shout out your channel real quick before we get up out of here, man.
Marco Sports. I recently changed it because I've been doing ever since the Knicks did what they do. Shout out. I've been doing I've been focusing on sports, you know, because boxing's great, Najee, but you know, it's a neat sport. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have your full-time gig, you know, this is a tough one, but
sure.
Yeah, man. It's Marco Sports on all platforms. I'm doing live. I'm actually going live for the fight. Commentating the whole thing. So
okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
all right,
man.
yo, tune in, man. If y'all want some commentating, man, go to Marco Sports on YouTube. Make sure you check my guy out, man. Great channel, a lot of engagement. Make sure y'all tap in with Marco, man. Yeah, you got a lot of fans here, man. They shouting you out in the chat, man.
Yeah. All these, man. I do lives every day.
That's what's up, Marco. Yo, we gotta do some more stuff together, man. I appreciate you pulling up, brother.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up in the back channel.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, y'all. Yo, thank y'all for pulling up, man. We had Shakur Stevenson up here, Bill Haney for a little bit. Bill was getting on the flight though. I was hoping we could make it I was trying to get Bill and Shakur to really talk it through because I ain't gonna lie, that's the fight I want, chat. Chat, that's the fucking fight I want. Shakur and Devin, that need to happen, man. That got to happen next. Shakur and Devin, that's the one. Shakur and Devin. Yeah, Marco's a good guy, man. He's solid. Lot of good knowledge and takes. And man, listen, I appreciate everybody. Yo, thank you. Listen, come back on Monday. I'm gonna stay tuned for the time. I'll post it everywhere on socials. I'm waiting on the time, but I got Gustavo. Y'all know Gustavo, my mans. I got Gustavo pulling up Monday. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, they saying Charles Conwell cooking right now. Charles Conwell cooking. My dog Lulu in the building. My dog Lulu. Yo, Gustavo pulling up on Monday, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in with me on Monday. I'm gonna get the full report, everything that actually happened. Gustavo's gonna give us the understanding where Devin's going. Is there a mandatory? Who's the mandatory? Can Devin now, since Keyshawn didn't take it, Can Devin now fight somebody else without the mandatory? It's a lot of questions. So make sure y'all tap in on Monday. It's big cigar talk. We watching the fight tonight. Lamont Roach. Tap in with me at Najee Chill, N-A-J-I Chill on all platforms. And yo, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you. We out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, damn, I didn't actually end the fucking stream. I thought I ended it. My bad. Let me end the stream. Let me end the stream, y'all. End the stream. Later, y'all.